If you've ever come across an AI model that looks so realistic that it almost had you fooled, I'm going to show you in this video how they do it because I own one of those pages. Now, I'm going to show you a simple way to do it, and then in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do it using Comfy UI. Now, I know Comfy UI looks complicated, but I didn't know Comfy UI 2 weeks ago, and now I can build a model from scratch. So this is going to be a two-part series, so look out for the next video. Now, the thing that you don't know that these pages are doing is that really and truly the input that you put in, the higher quality it is, the higher quality your output is going to be. I see a lot of YouTube videos training on just adding random pictures with weird backgrounds, moving parts, trees in the background. You do not want that. I'm going to show you what it really takes to build really good high quality models using this method, right? So first step is that we're going to find a high quality base image. Now, how I do this is that I go to model websites. I know what you're thinking. I go to model websites, and the reason why is that you can get shots of models in really good quality because they were taken with good quality cameras, and a lot of these models don't have high followings on social media, right? So that's the benefit of it. Now, there's so many of these. All you need to do is just search model agency near me. I'm using this one. It's called Model AJ. So I'm going to use this model. And what you're looking for a base image is looking for a really good shot of the model with her face included, like this one, right? I've gone ahead and downloaded this image. Once you have that, we have the base image. Now the next thing is we're going to look for an image to face swap. Now, if you're looking or if you're doing a face swap, the thing that you need to look out for is whatever you're face swapping a model with, they need to have the same facial structure. So if this model has an oval face, you're looking for someone with an oval face as well. And if you're struggling, here's a method. All you need to do is go to this website. It's called Yandex. You input the image. Okay, so I've uploaded the image, and what it's going to do is basically find similar images to the image that you uploaded if you're having trouble looking for someone to face swap with, right? So first you'll see images of the model, but then as you go deeper and deeper, you'll see images with models having the same facial structure, right? And depending on what you're looking for, if it's someone with blue eyes, green eyes, there's so many of these to go around. So yeah, that is it. So now what we're going to do is go to maxstudio.ai. What you're going to do is upload the same image and just do a face swap. So I have found a model that I can face swap with. I'm just going to click it, upload the image, and then do the face swap. So now that you have the face swap, this is it, right? Now, what you want to look out for is that everything aligns. Like, look at the eyes of this. It doesn't particularly look good. So I'm going to do a new face swap. Okay, this is much better. So now what I'm going to do is take this image, download it, and then go to Enhancer. Now, Enhancer.ai is a platform which I use to upscale images. I don't use it for everything, particularly because the credit system is a bit weird, because I remember I used to try and create videos on here, and the credit would be like 600, and then I create the video and then like 900 credits would go off. And I've spoken to the support system, the people on support, and they didn't really solve the issue. So now I just use it for upscaling images. So what you're going to do is upload that image on here and then just click upscale. Now this is what it looks like. So this is what the image looks like once I've done the swap. And Enhancer AI is really great because it takes all of those parts of the image that look a bit blurry, like the eyes and the hands, and just like morphs it together really nicely and gives you like a really nice, clean, upscaled image. Okay, so once I have this image, what I'm going to do is go to ChatGPT and I'm going to input this prompt. I am going to leave it in the description below, but you're going to get angles of the model, right? What you want to have is create prompts for the different angles of the model, from her looking this way, her looking that way, you know, her side profile, all of that, so that we can have a really clean data set. Now, the thing with this is, once we're creating those images, what we want to do is create it on a white background so that the AI is only training on her facial features. You don't want trees in the background. You don't want people moving in the background. You don't want a car in the background. You want a nice and clean background, because the AI trains on, it's a pattern recognition thing, right? So it trains on things that you feed it. So you only want to give it specific details to train on. Hopefully that makes sense. So once you take these prompts, this one for instance, we are going to go to Marina. All of these steps are free so far, right? You're going to go to Marina. Now this is basically where people vote on what AI models are doing really well. So by using the service, you're actually giving back to the AI community. By voting the platforms or the models that are doing really, really well. So not only is it free, but you're getting back to the AI community. Just think of it in that way. So have this image downloaded. Did a download, save image. Now you're going to take this image and put it in here. And then use that prompt, but I want to make sure that it says soft white background, a portrait of a young woman, blah, 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 blah. Okay, click. Let's see what it generates. Now you're going to take all of those 9 prompts and repeat until you're happy with everything. And once you see a generation being done and you're not really happy with it, but between the two, this one looks much better, you can retry on the same side. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. So here's an example. I really like this image on this side, but it looks very blurry, right? So what I'm going to do is just click retry. And then once you're happy with it, you download those data sets with a clean background and you save it. Now, in the interest of time, I've already gone ahead and done this and saved all the images. So now we're going to take it to OpenArt and then train it. See, like this. And you can recreate so many times or retry. And if it comes out like you're happy with the quality of the image, but you're still thinking it could look better, what you can do is go to Enhancer AI and just enhance the image, like I've done with these ones. Now, I want to emphasize that the quality of the image is very important, hence why I make sure that certain images that don't look that great, I enhance it, right? All of these. And you want to make sure that you're very picky with your data set. The higher quality the data set is, the better. For instance, I have this image that I try to save, but look at how it looks. It looks so bad. And particularly from far, what I found is that if the image from far doesn't look higher quality, that is what's going to be in the output. So I decided to just leave this image. I'm not going to put it in. Now, what you want to do is create 80% of the images should be of the face and then 20% of the body. If you want to create not safe for work images, you want to input images of the models with bikinis and, all of that stuff revealed. Otherwise, if you're just going to prompt it and ask for a full body bikini, it's not going to give you that output because it hasn't been trained on that. So 80% of the face, facial structure, side profile, different facial expressions like you see here. There's a facial expression of her angry, all of these, her happy, her sticking her tongue out. Give the model those inputs of the training data and then you'll get those outputs, right? But 80% of the face, 20% of the body. Now, when it comes to the facial expressions, all you need to do is go to Pinterest and search for facial expressions, human facial expressions. Take an image that you like, put it in ChatGPT and ask for it to create a prompt using that, right? So now we are going to go to OpenArt. Okay, so now we are at the third step. So now we're going to train our model. All you need to do is come to OpenArt, and then sign up. So you just sign up with any Google account. Perfect. So now you just go down all the way and then you select train a character. So now we're going to click on start with 4+ images. Oh shoot, I actually need to upgrade. Let me upgrade. Okay, so now that we have upgraded, we can go ahead and start the training. I'm going to click train character. The one thing I like about OpenArt is that when it comes to the training, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. So the name you're going to use is something very simple. I typically just click woman because that is going to be used in your prompt. Then I'm going to upload the images. So OpenArt takes about 5 to 10 minutes to train compared to Comfy UI. Now with OpenArt, you can't create not safe for work images, but with Comfy UI you can, and you have a lot more control over the model. So there's pros and cons with using, platforms like OpenArt because the training is so quick and you can get up a model like this quick and as soon as possible. But with Comfy UI, it's cheaper. You upload $10 on a cloud GPU like RunPod, and I trained a new model and it costs about $3. But that took about 4 hours to train. So yeah, think about that. But I will create a video comparing the differences between the two, and you're going to see with the next video as well. So I have uploaded the model. So they say it takes about 3 minutes to complete the training. So the model is done training now. And once it's done, you're going to see it here. Now, in the interest of time, I've gone ahead and prompted a few images, and I've used the same prompts that I've used on Comfy UI, just using a different model, right? Because I have different models trained on Comfy UI, right? The same exact prompts. And here is what they look like. This is OpenArt. This is the quality. Here, I don't know why it does not use an iPhone, like the latest iPhone. And here she has, it's not a peace sign. So she's supposed to give a peace sign on the one hand and have a phone on the other hand, but it's not doing that. So that's quite interesting. Now, the thing that you guys don't know, the difference of what you see online and what happens behind the scenes is that there's the training, but there's also post-production, right? So you'll see all of these guys, what they'll do is, or all of us that are actually doing it, will create multiple images, 100 images, and we'll choose 10 really good ones with the same prompt, and then it goes into post-production, which is the upscaling. Model is trained, prompt is done, image is done, and then it goes into upscaling, and then the video production happens. So the reason why you see the differences between your models that you're creating and these models that you see online is that you take these models, and post them just like that. No, that's not how it happens. There's a post-production that needs to happen, which is the upscaling, making sure that you create, out of the 100 images, the 10 best ones are chosen, and then from those 10 best ones, it goes into post-production, which is the upscaling. You can use enhancer, there's magnific, and then it goes into video production, and then post-video production, which is what all these big players are using, which you see all these big pages with, thousands, 100,000 followers with really good models. They take them into post-video production, which you go into Topaz, and then you do video upscaling and all of that. Now that I've covered that, I want to show you the difference between OpenArt and Comfy UI. This is OpenArt, and then these are the images that I have created on Comfy UI. This is not upscaled. If you look here, this is completely Comfy UI, right? Flat, straight. And then these ones. Now with Comfy UI, what I do like is that sometimes the images are a bit warped. Sometimes it doesn't always get the hands right. Out of 3 images or 10 images, 3 of them, the hands will look a bit warped, same as OpenArt. But I really like the lighting. that Comfy UI has, and the control with the skin and all of that that you get, right? Now, these are upscaled images, same prompt. Same prompt, but this is upscaled, right? Can see all of that. Can even see her little muscle here. You can see the toning of the body and all of that. Same prompt, same exact prompt. This is another one which went through Enhancer. For some reason, Comfy UI gets the iPhone structure right, like the iPhone 17, the latest iPhone. But OpenArt just, I'll need to work on the prompt. This iPhone, I don't know where it's from, but it's not Steve Jobs. So yeah, that is the difference. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how to get this exact image using the model that I've just used with the exact prompt, and we're going to see how it comes out. But for me, I prefer Comfy UI, but I see why people use OpenArt also. And once you do post-production as well, you can get the exact same feel of it. Now, don't be fooled. These people do 100 images, 200, 500 images, and choose the 10 best. So don't think that you've spent, your whole day prompting all these images and you only have 5 good ones. That's exactly the game. So if you guys have liked this video, let me know, and then we can do the next one and do a series, and then I'll show you guys the comparison, the true rich comparison between OpenArt and Comfy UI, and then we'll do videos as well.